Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we have brought the full story of a spine-chilling horror mystery movie, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. This is the story of a dead body of an unknown girl, whose mystery slowly points towards a terrifying truth. So let's begin today's story without any delay. The story begins in a quiet and beautiful small town. Police receive information about multiple murders in a house. When officers reach the crime scene, blood is scattered everywhere. The bodies of the house owner, his wife, and their son are found, but without any signs of forced entry. Now, the strangest thing is that another body is found in the basement, a completely naked young girl, skin very pale, and her face absolutely emotionless. There are no injury marks on her body, nor any identity. So the police name her Jane Doe, as is done for unidentified girls. The body is sent for forensic autopsy to the town's old morgue, which is run by an experienced coroner, Tommy Tilden, and his son Austin. Tommy is a calm, focused, and skilled examiner, while Austin is a bit emotional but just as passionate about the work as his father. That night, Austin is about to go out with his girlfriend Emma, but as soon as Jane Doe's body arrives, Tommy calls him for help, and Austin cancels his date to stay with his father. Now begins the real horror. Coroner Tommy and Austin start the autopsy. First, they do a surface examination. Jane Doe's nails are clean, skin is clear, no bruises. Everything seems normal from the outside. But then they see some strange things. There are internal marks on her wrists and ankles, as if someone had tied her tightly, but no cuts on the outer skin. Her tongue is cut, but very cleanly. And then, during the internal examination, her lungs are black, like from smoke inhalation, but there are no burn marks on her body. A piece of a rare flower and a small cloth piece are found in her stomach, and that cloth has some symbols and an old spell written in Latin. As they continue the examination, scary things start happening. The radio turns on by itself, the mirror in the hall falls and breaks on its own, and suddenly a loud thud is heard. Austin checks but finds no one. Tommy tries to ignore it and continues the investigation. Now, going deeper into the body, they discover more strange things. The brain tissue is swollen, as if it was tortured, but the skull is perfectly intact. As they proceed further, the atmosphere becomes more terrifying and intense. The power keeps going out, cold storage doors start opening by themselves, and then, a dead body kept in the mortuary starts moving on its own. Austin goes to check, but no one is there. They can't understand how all this is happening. Austin gets scared looking into Jane Doe's eyes. They are completely white with no pupils. Tommy becomes very disturbed now. He says it seems like this body was intentionally preserved as a symbol, like some kind of ritualistic punishment. Now the atmosphere is completely terrifying. Every part of Jane Doe's body has something strange and unnatural. Tommy and Austin slowly begin to understand that this was no normal girl, but some ancient, dark, supernatural power is behind her. Suddenly, loud noises begin. All the lights go off. The radio starts playing an old sad song by itself. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. The same song that keeps playing again and again, like a signal from someone. Austin checks outside again and suddenly sees a shadow in the hallway. He tries to look with the flashlight, but the shadow disappears. Now all the cold chamber doors open by themselves. The bodies kept inside are now missing. Austin returns in fear and tells his father. Tommy now starts to panic. He realizes that this body is not a warning, but a curse. They decide to burn Jane Doe's body to end everything. They try to take her to the incinerator, but then a force shuts the doors and a blast occurs, spreading fire. Austin and Tommy barely survive. Now both are trapped with the body, which is manipulating everything itself. Sitting in the dark, Tommy and Austin start analyzing the entire body again, this time with full focus. They try to decode the piece of cloth found in her stomach. After translating the Latin words, a shocking truth is revealed. The cloth had an ancient ritual written on it, part of a witch punishment. They find a date, 1693, and a place, Salem. Tommy says, "Oh my God, this was the time of the Salem witch trials." Salem was the place where many women were killed in the 1600s on accusations of witchcraft. But many of those accusations were false. Those women were tortured and killed, and their bodies had the same signs as Jane Doe's. But now the question is, was Jane Doe one of them? Tommy believes this girl was never a witch, but was tortured so badly, killed in such a cruel way, that her soul could never rest, and she turned herself into a curse. Tommy says, "We never thought what could happen if someone is given so much pain. Maybe that pain got so deeply imprinted in her soul that it could never be erased." Now Austin understands that this is no normal case. This body isn't just meant to scare someone. It has become a defense mechanism. As someone tries to uncover its truth, the spirit becomes more violent. Now both father and son know that if they don't calm her, this body could spread even more evil. Tommy decides that he will sacrifice himself so that Jane Doe's soul can rest. He tells Austin to leave him alone and starts torturing himself, the same pain that was given to Jane Doe. He breaks his wrists, cuts his chest, and even tries to cut his tongue. Austin tries to stop him, crying, but it's too late. Tommy dies, and for a moment, everything becomes calm. Austin thinks it's all over. As soon as he tries to leave, once again the same song starts playing in the hall. "Open up your heart." And then he hears footsteps behind him. He turns around, but no one is there. Suddenly he feels like someone is controlling him. His body starts freezing. He falls, and in the end, dies. Police and emergency teams arrive at the morgue. Inside, they find the bodies of Tommy and Austin. The place is completely destroyed. Jane Doe's body remains exactly the same, just as it was when it arrived that night, without any changes. The police order the body to be sent to another city's coroner. The body is taken in an ambulance. The driver is alone, but as soon as he starts the vehicle, suddenly the radio turns on by itself. And again that creepy song plays, "Open up your heart and let the sun shine in." The camera zooms from Jane Doe's face to her feet, and her toe is seen moving. And the movie ends here. So friends, how did you like this movie? Do tell us in the comments. And to watch more such movie explanations, you can subscribe to our channel.